Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to the Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM. I've got the
practice that all morning.
Do it every week. Yeah. Well, I was looking at this here, my sheet. 96.3 FM, online at WLCNonline.com. You can follow us on Twitter at WLCN Sports and Facebook. Scott Kirby, Joe Ryan, Coach Al, Jake. Don't know where he's at this morning.
He's never here.
Yeah, that's true.
He's worse than me.
And we are at the Lincoln Grand 8 Theater, the new Lincoln Grand 8 Theater, and boy, this place is nice.
It's beautiful in here. Tall ceilings, chandeliers.
Coach, good morning.
No popcorn.
Good morning.
We travel over to Decatur last night and take on a short-handed MacArthur team. We come out of there with a victory. Just give us your thoughts on how the game went last night. I know Lincoln didn't play their greatest game, but we come out with a victory. Obviously, the Brummett boys and their point guard weren't active because of just who they are. I don't know what they did, but they were on the bench. And do you have to change your game plan? Because you go into the game, with a game plan to shut down the Brummett boys. Well, if they're not playing, is there anything you had to change up last night?
Well, it was a tough situation because going in that you want to play and participate and compete against the best team on the floor. And, the kids had no idea that was going to happen until we had our meeting there in the second, when we get our team meeting prior to the game. And when you tell kids that, okay, we're not playing three of their starters, then everything just kind of sinks, and, all the adrenaline that you had going into the game seems to leave because you think you're going to have an easy time. But for them, I think that the Brummets are great offensive players. They can be great defensive players, but I think they save their energy for the offensive end. And just knowing Coach Ingram that they'd come out fighting and things. So it was a game that really worried me once I told the kids. But we missed a lot of easy baskets, easy shots last night, and I don't know if that was just after finding out and thinking, and our mind kind of wandered a little bit. But most of the time we make those shots. But it was a good win. Us being 9-3 in the Central State 8, and basically we gave away 2 games. We could be setting 11-1 right atop of the conference, but we try to take them one at a time and just try to continue to stay in the race.
Well, I thought Decatur came out last night, and they had something to prove with their 3 starters on the bench. Obviously, you still had Ingram and Williams out there, which they were active, and Ingram threw up some 3-pointers, and Williams was able to get some buckets underneath. But I thought Decatur played well. We were talking in the stands before. It's just kind of everybody's like, oh, the Brummets aren't playing, and the other point guard, and they had that feeling like we should come out and just blow them away. But I'm sitting there thinking, these kids have something to prove, and I thought they played pretty hard last night, Decatur, as far as ball movement.
Oh, I thought they played really well. And another thing that's a concern when you have a situation like that is you've scouted the team, what each kid's role is, and you take 3 starters out now, then all the roles change, and you don't know really what to expect from them. So it becomes a guessing game from a coaching standpoint, and also from the kids. Okay, who's going to be taking the shots that Brummets would have taken or Thaxton would have taken? So you have to adjust to that on the run, and we defensively, I thought we played pretty well.
Well, maybe the coach got a little taste of being able to coach a team, because I think when the Brummett boys are out there, they just do whatever they want, and they were able to. It looks like they were actually running some offense last night and trying to work it down into Williams, and Ingram had some tough shots. Is that the coach's kid, number 30?
I don't know.
Because I tell you, he's a good athlete, a pretty good shooter. I think he slopped in a couple of those, but you got to call that bank shot.
Yeah, but they all count.
They all count. It didn't seem like we could get over that 5-point lead mark. Decatur came back and took a lead, and you got to give Lincoln credit. They didn't give up. They fought back. Like you said, we missed a lot of layups, but overall, it's a victory and another win in the Central State 8.
That's correct, and they're hard to come by, and they're going to get much tougher as we move on. Next Friday we go to Southeast to play the Spartans, and they're one game ahead of us, so that will be a big game, not only in the conference but also in the regional seedings that are coming up here pretty quick.
The Brumman boys, they had trouble with them when we played them here, right? Didn't want them to get a technical.
One got a
official
technical, and then the other one basically walked off the court with 30 seconds to go. So, as far as being, they're a Division I talent, but I'm not sure they'll get the chance because of their actions on the court and hand off. The coaches are going to take them off the recruiting list when they just watch them play and their behavior and why are you suspended and all this and that. And that's a lot of money.
Coach, we were in the stands last night, and we were wanting to know how you would react. God forbid if you ever had to suspend 2 or 3 kids, how would you react if 2 or 3 of your kids came back midway through the third quarter with hands full of chips and candy during the game and sat on the bench and sat down there eating while their team was playing?
Well, first of all, they'd have never been to the concession stand. They'd have been on the end of the bench.
Our fans were just dumbfounded how they would even consider doing that.
I mean, when you're suspended, how it's like they were having a party.
Yeah, they didn't have a care in the world over there yawning, eating their chips and their candy bars, and just didn't really care if they were a part of the game. I know our kids.
But that goes to the way it is. And, when you have people or players doing stuff like that, how important is it? How important are your teammates? And you can't be successful without having your teammates and playing together and liking and loving each other. And, that's what you got to have. And that just shows that they didn't really care what went on the floor, what the other kids were doing, and that would be really hard for me to take.
That was the consensus last night. A lot of our fans were just appalled of how they could do that, but they did, and that's just their mentality. Coach, we move on tonight, a home game against a normal team. Don't know a whole lot about them. I'm sure you've been scouting them for quite some time now. Just give us a little preview of what to expect tonight.
Well, they don't have a standout. They're just a basketball team that plays together, plays hard, plays very good defense. We have to be prepared to play. They got some big kids, 6'6", 6'5", that'll be inside. So we've got to be able to pressure them. I'm not sure they can handle the pressure very well, and hopefully we can turn them over. But they do play great man-to-man defense. They're very well coached, and they'll push it when they get the opportunity, and they'll try and turn you over. So it'll be a challenge for us. They're a school of about 2,100 students, and that the normal area just continues to grow and get bigger, and so 2,100 students, I'd like to be able to pick 5 players out of that.
No kidding.
Now, are they the ones that had the nice run a year or two ago?
It's 2 or 3 years ago. They ended up at Peoria, and
they get second?
They might have.
I think they played for championship.
Yeah, because they played, was it Limestone?
Limestone's out of 4A. They might have played.
What was that game? Can't remember.
So Derek Schonauer over there, he's an assistant coach on that squad?
He's still there.
Oh.
So I'm sure he'll be in the house tonight.
Yeah.
Be in the house wandering around.
A little extra motivation.
Maybe we should announce him, make him go out to half court and give a little speech.
Run him out of the railer.
Let's run him out. That's a good idea.
Who's there's another Schonauer's the coach over in is it Paxton?
Adam.
Adam's
okay.
PBL, and he's having a good year too.
So just keeps going.
That's Lincoln tradition. Basketball coaches going out there, coach. They owe it to you, right?
I don't know.
They should send small checks or gifts around Christmas back to you.
Yeah, right.
That's not happening?
No.
What about here?
I'm waiting for yours.
What about this guy? Did you ever send one?
Yeah, I don't get anything from him.
Just grief. It's an early start tonight, Coach. JV will start at 5 and varsity around 6:30. So, it's kind of the norm on a Saturday game now, and that's nice. Getting in, getting out of there at a decent time. So Joe his bedtime's what, 8?
I usually go to bed around 8:30.
Yeah, so he'll be able to hit that mark tonight
Right after I work out.
Yeah. All right. Well, Coach, thanks for taking some time with us this morning. Hopefully we can fill the gym tonight and beat a good normal team, and then have a good week of practice in Southeast next Friday. We haven't seen Southeast yet.
No, we got them here about a couple times in the next 3 weeks. So, in fact, that'll be our senior night, our last night of the last game of the year. So, last game of the year, last game in the Central State 8. So, hopefully, we'd like to make it worth something.
Yes, sir.
Those games are always fun.
Yep.
Southeast Landfair, that's fun.
Yep.
So the other ones are boring?
No, I just mean I like playing those guys.
Oh, okay.
Well, some of them are.
Some of them. All right, Coach. Thanks for stopping by today, and we will talk to you next Saturday.
Okay, thank you.
Coach Alexander. We're going to take a break as we sit here in the lobby at the Lincoln Grand 8 Theater.
It's nice in here.
Yep, and we're ready to fire up that popcorn.
Smells like popcorn.
But there is no popcorn.
Well, how about, hey, Jake, you're not doing anything. How about you fire up some popcorn?
Fired up. All right. Stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats 96.3 FM. You don't like this? This is Joe's
I
theme
love it.
song. No.
You know what? That's what we should play when you enter the arena where we're at. That's what we should play.
Hey, we're just
you
happy
enter.
he enters. And speaking of entering, it's the Jake.
Good day.
So,
Jake, thanks for showing up.
nice to see you can make it this morning.
It's it's hard on a guy.
It's priorities, right?
Yep.
Priorities. All right.
There are some things there that need to be squared away before
Okay, I
you can
need
do
that
things.
back, please, because we are at the Lincoln Grand 8 Theater, and we were talking earlier, Jake. This place is phenomenal.
Oh, I love this place.
You walk in, you just feel. I mean, it's elegant. I mean, it's got a chandeliers.
Oh yeah.
It's just,
the hallways,
yeah.
the restrooms. I mean,
It's done right.
you hate to talk about theater and its restrooms, but it's when my fiance and I were talking with other people about coming to Lincoln Grand 8 Theater, we bring up the restrooms because they're so nice. I mean, they are. I mean,
Las Vegas style.
that's exactly what we say. It's like you're in Las Vegas with the restrooms here. I mean, this place is unbelievable, and it's great. Great to have something like this here in Lincoln, Illinois.
And when people think, let's go to a movie, they think that they're going to have to drop $30-$40. Not here. I mean, it's,
you can.
You can.
Believe me, I brought the kids here.
Well, yeah, if you
I brought the
bring
kids
in
here the
10
other day,
kids.
and I'm like, all right, give me one of those buckets and one of those buckets, and I need about 16 sodas. It seemed like,
yeah,
so.
I mean that, but
free drink refills, free popcorn.
They've got a
refills.
tub you can buy. It's for $17, and it's free refills for.
Free refills while you're here, and then you can bring it back at any time
Anytime.
for the rest of the year.
So if you just
For the
walk
entire
by,
year for $3.
you can just
I think
walk
it's
by
$3.25
and say, "Hey, give me some popcorn."
And we do.
Yeah.
My fiance will make me drive up here to get popcorn to bring back home.
To hear that,
Well, hey,
his fiance.
I love the way he said makes.
Oh, well, let's just
Yes.
say I'm pushed into it.
Well,
Persuaded.
yes.
I'm persuaded. And then I eat 3/4 of the bucket.
And you have to go back.
There's actually pieces of the plastic missing off the bucket.
Off the bucket for me gnawing on it.
Hey,
Trying
Jake.
to lick the butter out.
You're in cahoots with the Lady Raiders basketball squad and
That is
boosters.
true.
They're selling raffle tickets for a fabulous living room grouping valued at $2,500.
It is nice.
It's on display at Jake's Furnishings, located at 1100 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. The tickets are only $5, 4 or 3 for $10.
Yeah.
And they may be purchased from any member of the LCHS Lady Raider or Booster Club members.
Yeah, that's right, Scotty. That's 1 for 5 or 3 for 10 for you people at home.
Well, I mean,
You know.
The drawing will be held at Royce Anderson Gymnasium on the campus of Lincoln Community High School Thursday, February 9th during senior night.
Yep.
And you do not need to be there to win.
I tell you, it's a really nice gift. I think people really enjoy it. You're getting a sofa, a love seat, an accent chair, an ottoman. You can stash a couple of pieces in a different room, whatever you need to.
Now, can you sit in an
it's
accent chair? Or is it just supposed to be over there as an Accent.
No, it looks pretty, but this thing's comfy, man. It's
comfy?
Yeah, it is comfy.
Because I've got an
chair.
accent chair, and that thing's not so comfy.
Yeah, and it's taking up space. I know about those accent chairs.
Yeah.
With the ottoman, so you can kick your feet up.
Hey, now I'm eligible. I bought tickets to win that, so
That's
it's like
that
a
a boy.
fan base to know that.
You did.
even though I work here.
Wait a
I
minute,
bought
wait a
tickets.
minute. This will be like, this is breaking news.
You bought
We have a
something?
breaking news button over there? You paid for something?
We need one.
Tell you what,
we need
that's
to get
unbelievable. They would even say that.
What? That's
I've
a
bought
charitable.
breakfast before for you
That's a
clowns.
charitable donation, is it
whoa.
not?
I wasn't part of that, son.
Is that charitable
You bought
donation?
breakfast for these two clowns. For more information and to purchase your tickets for the $2,500 Jake's Furnishing Living Room outfit, phone Teresa Oldman's at 217-737-7929. And the Lady Railer basketball team.
Yeah, I was going
wants
to say,
thank you.
or seek out any of your favorite Railer girls basketball
Yeah.
players. I'm sure that they can get them for you. I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah, it's a great gift and goes to a great cause. This should help them out, help them raise some money, and it's exciting. You know, help them do camps or whatever they're doing with the money. That'd be great.
And winning furniture is fun.
Winning furniture is
I don't
fun.
care who you is.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, even if I was eligible, I'd be like,
I won?
Dude, I've never won anything. I won a teddy. No, that's not true.
That's not true.
I won a teddy bear one time. I was about 8 from the dental office.
We don't
what?
need to go into
Having
how you
good
won that
teeth?
at the dental office, but yeah.
You signed up for it, I won.
Yeah.
You still have it?
Maybe. I'm guessing one of my dogs from back in the day probably got it.
Probably sure of that.
Hey guys, the crew here at the Lincoln Grand 8 Theater, they're excited to partner with the Humane Society of Logan County to they're going to host a pet adopt-a-thon today from 12:45 to 3:30. The members of the crew here at Lincoln Grand Theater are huge pet fans.
Huge.
And they will pay
Anything.
the microchip fee for any dog or cat that finds its forever home as part of this event. So that's taking place here at 12:45 to 3:30. The crew here at Lincoln Grand 8 Theater are going to pay for the fees for the microchip.
Now, hypothetical here. Let's say Joe Ryan goes out to adopt one of these. If his wife requested, could they microchip Joe?
I don't see why not, because he's getting old.
tell you
He
something
does
right
get
now.
lost.
Well,
It's not far off in the future that happening. It's not for all of us.
It may have already happened.
When you go to your reception, you'll be tagged. Bing, bing.
And we have a call. Hello, caller.
Hello,
Oh, can I hear you? Hold on here. We're going to turn you up. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
Hold on. Turn the phone up, Jim.
Our technician here doesn't.
We've got a bad cord.
Hold on, you're coming. And we're back.
Okay. Now can we hear you? You there?
I'm here.
Oh, there. Much better. Much
we go.
better. All right. Who are we talking with this morning?
This is Coach Richmond.
Coach Richmond.
Morning, Coach. What's going on with the Lincoln Lady Railers?
Good morning. Well, today we play Rochester at Rochester for the CSA Tournament Championship. The JV starts at 1:30 and we play at 3.
Hey, this is a big game. Championship. Both of you are 4-0.
Yes.
All right.
Now,
Go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
No, I was say I was a little late getting a hold of her, so that's a good. I'm glad you called in to tell us about it. We want to know about the matchup. Tell us what's going to happen today.
Well, Rochester's got a lot of size inside, so we're going to have to take care of the paint and really execute on offense and knock down a few shots. I think that we're definitely going to have to get on the boards tonight. Loose balls, just really play 4 quarters of the hardest and best basketball that we can.
Coach, you've had some success in the past weeks, getting back on that winning side of things. Kind of a
Absolutely.
slow start to the season, not where you wanted to be, but the girls are really starting to play some good basketball right now.
I think so too. I think that they've really been playing some good basketball. We've had some good practices, and I think that I'm really able to see them really coming together as a team and kind of like knowing each other on the floor, and that takes time. And this is we want to be playing our best basketball towards the end of the season, and I think we're getting to that point. We've in the beginning of the year we were putting kind of 2 quarters, maybe 2.5 quarters together, and it wasn't enough. But I think that we're getting to be playing 3 quarters, and our ultimate goal is to play 4 full quarters of basketball, and that's what's needed to win tonight's game.
And 3 pretty solid ones on Thursday night, I would say. That you guys Thursday night jumped out in the first quarter and were awesome.
Absolutely. That's something that we've been talking a lot about. I think that we've gotten slow starts in the beginning of the year. So we've really talked about, stressing that first quarter and really, getting after it in the first quarter. Now it's a matter of coming back out after halftime and doing that same thing. But it was exciting to see them, come out and do exactly what we had been talking about, playing that first quarter. I felt like we did that against Jacksonville on Monday as well. So just got to put 4 quarters together today.
Well, I know we've talked in the past about, and I kept saying it, that you were playing well. The shots just wouldn't go down. They'd dribble around the rim, fall out. You wouldn't get that 3-point play. Just different things that didn't work. And now that these last few games, hitting the threes. Yeah, I thought your full court press has been tenacious.
Well, thank you. The kids have been working really hard. You're going to have nights where your shot just doesn't fall. I think that this week really gave us a little bit of confidence. Beating Glenwood last week, I think definitely boosted our confidence up. That was a really good team that we beat. And so we had confidence going into this week. And hopefully that confidence and our ability to shoot and execute will continue on through today's game.
And I'm sorry, is it the little Hicks girl? I've misplacing her first name right now.
Haley Hicks?
She got in the game. She's been someone that's came on as of late. Got in the game. I noticed she was popping around everywhere, knocking the ball away, and you're starting to get to where this team's like 8 kids deep, 9 deep, that you feel pretty good on the floor, 10 maybe?
Yes, absolutely. We've been making a little bit more substitutions, and the kids coming off the bench have really given us a spark, and I think that's important in a basketball team. You have your first 5, and they go out there and they work really hard. But when they need a breather or they're in foul trouble, you need that bench support. And I think that, Haley Hicks, Emily Weaver, Emma Konchik, they've been coming in, and they've been, really playing hard for us and giving us a real good spark off the bench. Lauren Block comes in off the bench, and she always gives us a huge defensive spark, and that's always really nice to see.
Yes, Ferobi was on fire hitting the threes, and that was the key to the game. And then the ball press, you guys were trapping. The traps, they just kept jumping into them. I think it looked like they were almost doing it on purpose, but I think that's because we were leading them into it, right?
Yeah.
Well, I thought you guys looked great on Thursday night. So you go in there like that today, we're going to get a W.
That's right.
I think so, too. I think that these girls are definitely capable of beating Rochester. Rochester's a really good team, but I believe that we are, too, and it's just a matter of, playing team basketball and working that ball around, being patient, and finding that good open shot that we want. I feel the first time we played them, we took a lot of low percentage shots, maybe a few more high percentage, a few less low percentage, and just really have a good inside-outside game today.
And they've got a superstar on that team. What's her name?
They do. Angela Perry.
Yes, she's very good.
She is very good. We've been working on how to stop her in the paint, and I thought that yesterday we had a good practice, and looking forward to seeing what we can do today on the floor.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck today. Thanks for calling in and updating us. And any listeners, the game will be on the 96.3 airwaves. Lloyd Kirby, Joe Ryan. We're bringing you, I like to say all the play-by-play action, but sometimes
we get most of it.
You get most of it? Okay. So, yeah, it'll be on the radio today, so anybody that can't make it down to Rochester can tune in to 96.3 FM and listen to all the action on the game with the Railers and the Rochester Rockets. So good luck today, Coach.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll be rooting for a victory.
Thanks for calling in.
That's Coach Taylor Richmond, the Lincoln Lady Railer head basketball coach, and just kind of lately. Yeah, they have. And last year they started off slow too, and just kind of judged. You got to remember that these girls are young. We've only got a few seniors. Majority of these players are juniors and sophomores, and maybe even a freshman. But they always say you want to play your best basketball at the end of the year. You don't want to peak too quick because then there's always that lull, and that could carry over to the regionals and sectionals. So the Lady Railers right now playing some good basketball. You know, they've got Bossingham down low. You said Frobe was hitting some threes. You got the Lolling twins, and
they're all over the place.
You know, block. So you like things.
And I always talk about this defense, but I tell you, they are tough girls. They're on the floor. They're smacking balls. They tipped a lot of balls that just got loose, and then you pretty soon you have a turnover.
Yeah. Well, let's take a commercial break and get a word from our sponsors as we regroup here. Stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM. On an 80s kick.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Come on, Eileen.
Hey, I like it.
Come on, Eileen.
Not after the last intro. The last intro
That's
brought him
yours.
down to a level he can't.
Jake wants to listen to some Marky Mark and the
Jake,
Funky Bunch.
that's your mantra. That first was your mantra.
I do like the Marky Mark.
Welcome back to the Cheap Seats as we are in the lobby of the Lincoln Grand 8 Theater.
I don't know if you
and
consider this a lobby. This is much nicer than that.
foyer.
There you go.
We're gonna throw some words out now. Hey, let's not go somewhere we can't.
Hell yeah.
Lloyd, you just hit record.
Pepe Le Pew.
As we mentioned earlier, there's going to be a adopt a pet here today from 12:45 to 3:30
Today?
I'm assuming it's here. Lincoln Grand 8 Theater will pay all the microchip fees,
For
which
Joe.
inserted into dogs and cats and
Joseph.
some humans that get lost and wander the streets of downtown Lincoln.
Downtown Lincoln. Some may be wandering downtown Lincoln to maybe purchase coffee.
Or, yeah. And he's not. There's a lot going on today. Just a former Lincoln.
Large black.
Red sombrero.
Oh, look at you with the red sombrero.
It's coffee. Large. That's coffee.
Coffee snob.
It's called that.
Yep. It is.
Okay, you guys ready?
Colombian.
Yes,
Colombian,
yes,
if you will,
yes.
for me, my friend.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, let's go. We're back to
And we're back.
Yes.
Guys, there's a
Welcome back.
local standout from years ago, Kevin Seitzer. They're trying
I think
to
I've heard of him.
nominate him into the Kansas City Hall of Fame, so you can go on and vote.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so you got to
player,
get online and vote. Get on there and vote for Kevin Seitzer for Kansas City Hall of Fame. A local guy, and he's in the big leagues now. Is he with? I think he's with the Braves right now, isn't he? Maybe their hitting coach.
Is he?
He's the head coach.
So he's been all over the major leagues. That's pretty exciting. So let's get him into a Hall of Fame. You know,
Yeah,
Kansas
that's really
City.
cool.
Also today, it's not sport related, but we do have several Lincoln kids participating. It's the all-state concert at the Peoria Civic Center Arena, and like I said, Lincoln has several musicians performing. The state concert's at 1. The honor concert is at 3:15, and tickets are $5. And did he really just
He's
go?
really going to go get us some coffee.
I'm going to text him my order just to make sure he gets it right.
All right.
Well, by the time he's back, the show will be over.
Well, that's fine.
No,
I'll
he's
drink the
quick.
coffee then.
He ain't going anywhere.
I'm telling you right now, he's running.
Oh, I want to see that. Take that camera out and film him.
Camera with me.
Are we mobile?
We're back.
Get one of those
Yeah.
GoPros.
Yeah, so get on over to Peoria Civic Center Arena, and Lincoln has a good band program and a lot of musicians, and I know some went on to college to major in the musical arts, and our pet band is second to none. Phenomenal. So yeah, get on there and support some local kids as they over there playing their instrument in Peoria. What kind of instrument did you play, Jake?
Drums.
Drums?
Drums.
Love the drums.
I wasn't good at it.
Allegedly, you can play the drums.
Allegedly.
I've never seen it.
So that's crossed off. That's crossed
There's
off.
a picture of somebody holding some sticks like this.
Oh, I can do that.
Oh, anybody can do that. You got to hold them just right. Hey guys, some wrestling news. The Lincoln Wrestling wrestlers, they split with Springfield High in Southeast last night, January 27th. They beat Southeast 46-30 and lost a close one to Springfield 39-33. And Springfield's probably one of those upper tier wrestling schools, aren't they?
If you got
Joe?
Matt Berger in charge of the program, yeah, they're probably pretty tough. Huh?
So that's good for Lincoln. Our wrestling program's starting to take off, and we had them on last week. A bunch of good kids. Dietrich's got them going. And the future looks bright for Lincoln wrestling.
Yeah, our wrestling program is top notch, and it starts at all those lower levels. I know we've thrown Walt Lander's name around down there before, but
well, there's so many other people that we don't mention
I was just
behind
gonna
the
say,
scenes.
there's so many names that
there's a lot of
leave
dads
out.
out there that
Al
are.
Dawson.
Oh yeah, Coach Dawson. How long has he been helping kids wrestle? Forever.
1913.
The Lawrence brothers are helping out.
Yes,
I do
the Lawrence
believe.
boys. Now, Coach Dawson, he's around. Is he 80, 79, 80? Hope you're listening now. Give us a call.
Yeah, so do we.
He's been around
I'd
forever.
like to see him
what
come
was
up
that
here
comment
and
you made on
put
the
you in a
air?
full Nelson.
He was coaching when Nixon was the president.
Yeah, that's right. Call up here, Al.
So you guys started your careers at the same time, huh?
No, I was a year younger.
No.
But anyway, yeah, the wrestling program's doing good things. They're going to be a force here. A lot of young kids wrestling. I know we talked about the Badonish kid last weekend, wrestling at 152, tough weight.
Well, then you got some junior high kids coming up. Austin O'Donoghue's tearing it up. OD, he's doing really well. Puking in garbage cans and all that stuff.
Yeah, I saw some of that.
And that's
That was a
hardcore.
great
He is
picture.
tough.
Yeah. Thanks,
Great
Dad.
picture.
Yeah.
He was all the way in there too.
Thanks, Dad. But yeah, the future's looking good. We got some freshmen that are wrestling varsity level, so that's just going to make them better 2 or 3 years down the road because they've seen that competition and they're going to grow. They're going to get stronger. So yeah, Lincoln wrestling is pretty exciting. They had a meet the other night, which was a big deal at Lincoln College. They took on Auburn. Auburn ranked number 1 in state, I do believe. We lost to them,
so.
and then Lincoln College followed up with that. So yeah, it's some exciting things for our wrestling program, and it's pretty. Dietrich's doing a great job.
And if you've never been over to the Grand March, I always say this on here every year, the Grand March is one of the funnest state championships you can go to. The Grand March is fun. They turn those
That's
lights
wrestling
down.
Grand March,
Yes,
not
they're-
the prom.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Let me several of those. Let me clarify.
Please do.
The state finals, the Grand March, and they turn down the lights and run that Olympic music, and everybody gets up, and then they announce, the record and the name and the coach of each person's going to go for state championship. It's very cool. It's fun time.
Why don't we go over there this year?
I go about every other year.
Well, you never
used to
invite
go all the
us.
time.
You don't need an invite.
Oh, you don't?
It's a
You just-
public event.
Well, yeah, but we don't know where we're going.
You're not going
You
to
don't know
go.
where you're
Probably
going.
right.
I'll be over there this year, right, Jim? You worked on those tickets, right? Yeah.
Whenever Jim crosses his arms, looks down, that
just
means no.
And he's really stopped.
You ever notice how
communicating
Jim
with
never
me.
carries any money on him at the shows? No cash,
No
driver's
credit,
license.
no company credit card, nothing.
Sometimes not even his phone.
It's happened.
He would if he could find it. Yeah, it was one of those deep cushion thingies.
Yep, that happens.
Yeah. Let's see what else we want to talk about. Super Bowl's coming up here in a week, fellas. What are your thoughts? I think it's going to be a good Super Bowl. I love seeing.
I hope it
Green Bay.
is.
I don't think
love
so.
seeing Atlanta just destroy Green Bay, and
Those little birdies are gonna run all over him. I think.
that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, good. We've got another one.
We got another.
Falconians. I'm telling you right now, Tom Brady is a surgeon.
Yeah, well, no,
He
that's
is going
that's
to
a fact.
carve
And
up the
Belichick's going to be
Atlanta
ready,
defense.
so it's gonna be a good game.
The
I would
surgeon,
say, but
Tom Brady.
I like the Falcons in this one.
I do too.
They've
I'm
had a
with you,
great
Jay.
season. They've had a great season.
They've got it's going to be a high-scoring game because Atlanta has a great offense. New England has Tom Brady. And I think
What do you
Atlanta's
mean by that?
defense. They have Tom Brady.
You know what makes him so good is that's exactly what people say. Yeah, they got Tom Brady. That he makes everyone around him good.
So maybe you should stand beside him.
I am. Tom Brady
So
is.
you can be
Hey,
good at
he's in
something.
his 16th year, and he does what he does.
He's good. I give
the
him
guy's a
kudos.
winner, man.
I just want to see Matty Ice get him a chance.
and I like Matty Ice, absolutely.
And your nephew's a
He
huge.
loves Matty
call
Ice.
Your
him Matty
nephew.
Ice?
RT could come on here.
You got that? You got
Well,
that card?
I mean, they say it on TV. Why can't I? I mean, I don't think he really
RT
cares.
could come on the show, and he probably knows what
he's a
size
huge
sneaker
Atlanta
that
Atlanta Falcons fan. Why
Manny
wouldn't
wears.
you root for Atlanta.
I'm okay with Atlanta. I'm just telling you, I've always been a Tom Brady fan. I love Belichick. You can like him or dislike him, but
So you're a cheater.
The Patriots,
You love
they
cheating.
are. It's got nothing to do with cheating.
You ain't trying. Is that right?
It's got nothing to do with cheating. They are.
Well, you're a big
They're unbelievable.
Pete Rose fan too, aren't you?
No, I never really thought about it.
Yeah.
That'd be
I think
Lloyd.
you
That'd
have
be
it.
our coffee guy.
I'll tell you one thing. So you
Lloyd's
think
against that guy.
Deflategate is going to keep Tom Brady out of the Hall of Fame?
No. That was silly anyway. That just went overboard. There's so many tricks and things that they do.
There's so many
and it
other
just-
ways
yeah.
that they're cheating that's
Yeah.
making it even
And
easier.
this is just kind of a
Sure.
scapegoat to,
They're like,
now what about
they're
the-
like, stay focused on that so you don't see.
So you
this.
don't
Okay,
see
so
the
what's
other
the
stuff.
difference between the Falcons had Russell Wilson's two ex-girlfriends, boyfriends or husbands on the sidelines, making sure that he could see them so it would bother him during the game in the Atlanta game?
Do you
I mean, is
think
that cheating?
Do you think that would actually bother him?
I don't think it bothers-
He didn't even see those people.
Oh, yes, they did. They made sure he did. They brought him out on the field when he was
hey,
warming up.
take a look. And he's like, yeah.
Say what? Look at this.
I'm telling you, he's not even winded, and it was a dead sprint.
He's got a little sweat dripping.
You
from
guys they had no
Barely.
faith in you, Lloyd.
barely any sweat though.
Tell you what, you're a winner in my book.
he is a machine.
You're like Tom Brady, only different. Same thing, only different.
Tom Brady with a
We're going to talk more about this
Tampa Bay
football,
hat
but you know
on.
what? You're giving Belichick all this time to get ready, and I'm not taking anything away from the Atlanta Falcons. They've had a great season.
Belichick will keep him in the game with his game plan.
Belichick may beat him by 3 touchdowns.
No way.
No way.
No way.
Just telling you.
I don't know. Has the Patriots ever won by more than a touchdown in a Super Bowl?
Only when they want to.
In a Super Bowl?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think they have. I think it's been like 3 points. Three or 6 points.
Yeah, let's hope it's a great game. That's the key. I hope it's a
I
great
don't.
game.
I don't want a great game. I want to see a blowout with the birdies winning.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Right now, that's not happening unless the Brady bunch gets hurt.
Unless they win.
Yeah.
Big.
It's not happening. You're not blowing the Patriots out.
I'm with you, Jake. I think they win by.
Oh, gosh.
At
Why don't
least
you guys
13.
hold hands and skip around the Coliseum here.
We're going to. And it's not a call.
I like that you guys are on the Falcon. Hey, thanks, man.
If I would have known Scott was on,
If you knew I was on the Atlanta bat, you would have went the other way.
no, I was. Hey, I've called the Falcons since this whole thing started.
Yeah, back in 19.
Oh, here he goes. I think he called it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
In 2 years,
2 or
they're going to be in
3.
the Super Bowl.
Since this whole playoff thing has started, in which I haven't really participated in the NFL this year, I've said the Falcons the entire time.
Tell you what, you're awesome. You know what I mean?
Did Jim not want one? Oh, we forgot Jim.
You're going to have to go back.
When we do hats off,
Thanks.
my hats off is to Lloyd.
Hey, let's do hats
let's
off.
do
Do we
hats
have a
off.
hats off? Well, let's do it because
Oh, no.
it ain't a show.
Wait a minute, he can't have anything queued up yet. I mean,
Oh, we're at the theater. He puts this on. Nice job. He's impressive.
Take your hats off.
We've already done this.
It's time for hats off. This is hats off. Take your hats off.
Wow. Is that...
wait for it.
See, we went short. My hat's off is to Lloyd Kirby for getting us some coffee this morning.
What you got there?
Doesn't matter.
I told them
Delicious.
to look like gravy and taste like syrup.
Yeah. That's my guy. Well, then my hats off are going to Lloyd too. Getting a little bit lazy on the hats off songs, but he's.
Oh, no, that was perfect. Those were good. You know what?
That's not
He is
hats off. That's
never
throwing the
happy.
hat down and saying.
Remember how
like,
mad he was because it was always about him?
Will you
And now
guys-
you make a short one, and he's mad about that.
mad about that.
Will you let me
really
finish?
can't. He's a diva now.
Can you
No,
let,
we
can
think
you
you've
let
said
me
enough.
finish? I'm going to finish.
Jim, turn his mic off.
But yours,
hard on a crew.
yours hasn't been on all morning. Well, it has.
Good day.
Not anymore. All right. Okay, I'm sorry. Lloyd, my hat's off go to you for the coffee. The Maryland Moocha.
Maryland Moocher? They actually put names on these things?
or
Mine doesn't.
or mocha.
Or what Lloyd, me and Lloyd, we like our coffee. What is it?
Moocha.
Look
looks
like gravy
and tastes like syrup.
There you go.
There we go. All right, Jake, you got anything up the sleeves?
Yeah, I'm going up with Tiger Woods.
Oh, because he's
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Tiger. In his first shot, he hit a tree or something. Yeah. Oh, but they said those guys had fun. They were he's playing with 4 stars.
Yep.
They said they were laughing and joking around afterwards because, you know what? I'm not so sure that they're not just throwing money at him to say, will you just come play so that it'll raise ratings? Because I'll watch him.
Oh yeah.
When Tiger's on, I'll sit and watch him.
It's a
Who? Babe Ruth
Uh,
in his career. Yeah, I'd sit around and watch him.
Nobody'd watch him. He was a Philly. I mean, who's going to watch that?
Nice. Just think if Tom Brady golfed, how good he would be.
Maybe he should play baseball.
He could be in the two. Or he could pitch.
Probably every
pitch.
time he pitch,
Yeah.
he'd throw a no-hitter.
Probably.
He could pitch.
Yeah.
Everybody loves to hate Tom Brady.
He should pitch, and then the days he's not pitching, he should like play outfield because every time at bat he'd hit a homer because he's Tom Brady.
He is Tom Brady. And you guys need to. You're going to see a little bit of it. You know, you Falcon fans, you're going to see a little bit of it.
I
RT,
cannot wait.
you out there listening? I know I'll be hearing from you. Maybe I might have to watch this game with RT.
You should.
Oh boy.
We all should.
I'll put my Brady Bunch jersey on.
We'll head down the road from my house and watch it with
Right
the
down
Thomas
there.
family. Boy, that's hot. Could you put some ice cubes in that, please? It's hot.
Just a couple. I'm sure there's some back there.
Again, we're at the Lincoln
lovely
Theater.
Grand.
And silence.
Smells like popcorn in here.
We got 5 minutes to go, and yes, we are at the Lincoln Grand 8 Theater, and 12:45 to 3:30 today. Come adopt a pet, and when you adopt that pet, Lincoln Grand 8 Theater is going to pay for the microchip fee for any dog or cat or person with the last name Ryan.
Our first name. Doesn't matter.
No, just last. So get mom and dad up here. We're going to put a chip in them.
Is there a movie you guys looking forward to seeing here at the old
Well, I saw earlier
new
that
Grand 8?
Yeah, that's going to
over
be
here behind
a
me, I
hit.
saw Scott just
Yep.
staring at that.
Well, I mean,
we all
that's,
know.
the
50
ladies
Shades
like
Darker.
the 50 Shades Darker opening on Valentine's Day.
Scott,
What a
will
better
be-
way to spend a Valentine's Day than bringing them up here to watch 50 Shades of
How
Darker.
many times did you say
Bring
you
the
watched that first 50 Shades? Was it 4
Oh,
times? Did you say
boy,
you went to the theater?
Yeah, it's
5 times? Was
5?
it, Lloyd?
No, it was more
It
than
was
that.
a lot.
Yeah,
I remember that.
At least
50.
once a weekend. It's 50 times of Shades.
Hey, let's cyber jump a minute and let's have your opinion on the best college basketball team right now. This is a sports show.
It's not
Let's hear
Duke.
what you have.
There's been a lot of upsets this week. The best, I mean, Gonzaga's moving their way up. West Virginia's doing some upsetting. Kentucky, it's just up in the air right now. Illinois.
Wisconsin.
Did you say Illinois?
Yeah, just to see if you were still with us. And it took
I
about,
can't believe they haven't fired Gross yet. Like during the season, like publicly, like in the
Like
middle of the
at halftime.
basketball court, like right before halftime, call timeout, and like the athletic director come out and say, we'd like to have Coach Gross come out here to the middle of the floor, shut all the lights off, spotlight goes on right there, and say, we love you, we love what you've done, you're fired.
Yeah. They just beat
Basically,
Iowa.
that's
didn't
it.
Iowa.
They did beat Iowa.
beat
I think
Iowa.
Iowa.
Big Ten school.
I think the number one scorer in the nation from Iowa is hurt.
Yeah. What's his name?
Didn't play the entire game,
He played.
so-
He just wasn't moving real well.
Well, he wasn't. He was holding his back the entire time. I mean, when
Well, he needs to toughen up.
I don't know, man.
He needs microchipped.
He looked like he was hurting.
Yeah. But
I can sympathize with that.
who is the number one team? And
I thought you guys would know. I don't follow college basketball until football's over with. So I was waiting for you to tell
I
me.
love how he brings up something in the middle of the show without telling us.
Yeah.
anything.
Oh,
Hey, by the way,
I'll
we're
tell you
gonna
what,
talk about
boy, like
this.
that never happens on this show. I lost my itinerary again this morning. I didn't get that on my
I didn't
email.
get it.
Did
He
you?
was out of Magenta.
I emailed you guys the itinerary. Apparently, you only open up the ones that say,
How about Oregon? They're playing well.
are they?
Yeah.
God, so I said Gonzaga, they're playing, but who do they play during the year?
Is Gonzaga number one?
Nobody.
Wow. Well, I don't think they'll win at all.
I don't
No?
know.
No. I'm going to bet against them.
You're going to what?
I'll take Gonzaga.
Yeah, no
Okay,
way can
yeah.
they win it all. You always like to go the opposite way, don't
Yeah,
you?
well,
Falcon fan. Go Falcons.
All right, let's wrap it up here. The girls are on action today at 3 p.m. at Rochester in the Central State 8 Ladies Tournament. 4-0, taking on Rochester for the championship. You can hear it here on 96.3 FM as Lloyd Kirby and Joe Ryan bring you play-by-play.
Play-by-play action.
And
We'll sell you the whole seat.
but you only need half of it.
There you go.
You only need the edge.
The edge. Half of it, he says.
What in the?
You'll only need half of it.
We're mixing it up. We can't plagiarize. Come on. You got to make it our own.
That's funny. Yeah, make it your own. Inventory reduction
see,
cell.
you don't
It
know
always
what
comes
Hold
back
on
to the
now.
inventory reduction cell.
I've said make it your own before anybody. And I think Lloyd knows this. Him and I came up with that slogan.
Oh, really?
Jackson stole it from Jake.
That's exactly right. American Idol.
Oh, really? He
Yep.
says that?
He did, I guess, back in the day.
Oh, let's sue him. The Lincoln boys
I
are
didn't
back in
trademark
action
it.
tonight at home at Royce Anderson as they take on Normal. That's a 5 o'clock for JV, which I got roped into helping with. And we need to go.
And if you're at the game, will you watch the clock
Please
closely?
watch the clock.
Will you help him with the clock?
Is going to be
If you think it's
interesting.
running too long,
What the crowd
just give a
needs to
shout
do,
down.
Yeah, I was gonna say what the crowd needs to do is watch the clock every time it goes over. Just yell clock. You know.
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, I've tried it during biddy basketball, and I'm horrible at it. And I'm probably going to be horrible at it tonight,
So
too.
this will be a treat.
This will be. Hopefully nobody's there yet.
It is. It's funny how you think it's easy, but when you're
it's
down
not.
there and you're watching the coaches
Yeah.
and the players and everything else, and all of a sudden you forgot to push the button.
And they're yawning.
It's just funny. Clock. It's like you have nothing else to worry about.
So, yeah, it's going to be fun.
Wrong. Rude.
I don't know why.
Fake news.
All right.
Fake.
Fake
Well, it
news.
is 10:01, and that means it's everybody's favorite time, and that's time
That's
for us
the
to
end.
go off air. It's the end.
Time to hear some
I'd like
country
to
music.
thank you guys for tuning in. Next week, I do believe we'll be right around the corner at Joe Ryan Country Financial, where
With a special guest.
With special guest.
it's gonna be a good
It's
guest.
a secret, but it's exciting, and
Well, it'll be announced this week. I get all this stuff squared away with him. It'll be good.
Gotta get a contract signed.
contract and itinerary would be nice, and just to know who it is would be nice.
A Division I football player that won a national championship is going to come talk to
Tom
us
Brady.
for Florida State. Tom Brady will be here. Tell you
The
what,
day before the Super Bowl.
I wish we had
Tune
a
in.
show on Monday because after that Super Bowl, you're all going to look at me and
All
go,
right.
you were right.
All right, thanks for tuning in. As always, like to thank our sponsors, because without them, this show wouldn't be possible. And to thank the Lincoln Grand 8 Theater and all the employees surrounding us watching. Thanks for tuning in. That's going to do it for us today. We'll see you next week.
Good day.